Alright, in today's video we'll be looking at how to upgrade and power up your character's crew rating, or CR for short. Now there are also a number of ways you can increase your character's crew rating overall, however today we'll only be focusing how you can individually power up your characters. Now for the sake of this video, let's go find a character that I have level 1, and let's walk through the process together. Let's scroll down, Kazuki Hiyori. So we click on Enhance when you find the character you want to power up. Then when you get to this screen, as you can see, you have the crew rating level over here and their base stats, attack, defense, HP. Now on the right hand side, we have all the ways you can upgrade your characters: Advanced, Star Up, Skill, Upgrade, Adventure Soul, Fighting Spirit, and Potential. Also below your character, you have their gear, which we'll talk about later in the video. Then to the right of your character you have Reborn and Dials. Now Dials are more mid to late game, so we will not be talking about that in today's video. We'll get into those into another video later in the week, so keep an eye out for that video. The first thing you want to do with your character is upgrade them. Now, upgrade is basically leveling up your character to your account level. So if you were level 25, you can upgrade all your characters to level 25. Upgrading your characters does consume XP pots. Now there are a number of ways you can get these XP pots through. If you do a story stage, you can get them from story stages. Let's just show that real quick. So if I do a story stage real quick, as you can see, you do get some XP pots. You can also buy them in the shop, the grocery shop right here. However, I do not recommend, as it's very bad. You don't get many, and yeah, it's very bad. I do not recommend this. The best way to get XP pots is in the event stages. This XP challenge right here. You can do this twice a day, and you can get a lot of XP pots. Obviously, you won't have the death difficulty unlocked. You unlock the difficulties as your account level goes up. So I think death unlocks at level 84, if I'm not mistaken, 86 or 84. So yeah, it'll take you guys a while to get there, but that's where you mainly get your XP pots here. You can do it twice a day. Alright, moving on to the next thing. Here we go. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is skill. So each character has a basic ability, an ultimate move, and a passive. Now this one right here is a passive for all C17 characters, so they'll get 5% attack and 5% HP. If it was a C16 or C15 character, it'd only be, I think, 5% HP or 5% attack, depending on the character. You also have your damage bonus and damage reduction, which you cannot unlock until level 5. 6 star and 5 star, sorry. Now, how do we upgrade these? These can be upgraded depending on your character's level. So if your character was level 25, you can upgrade these all to level 25. Now they do consume gold, and it does cost a lot of gold once you hit around level 80. So that's skills. The next thing we have is advanced. Now advanced is the real grind of the game. Advancement is basically limit breaking your characters. So there are 5 different advancement levels. There's green, blue, purple, orange, which looks like yellow, but it's called orange, don't know why, and red. You'll start off with green, and you have to collect these gems from story stages in order to advance your characters, sorry. You'll need attack gems, skill gems, and defense gems. Since Hiyori is a skill-based character, she will need more skill gems later on in the game. The last thing that you'll need is these advanced potions. Now these advanced potions are really annoying to get. You can only get them from story stages or from shops or events. You will need a lot of them, as your character advances up through the levels. 3 purple, orange, you will need over 4,000. Let me just show my Kaido Dragon form real quick to see how much you actually need. So my Kaido Dragon form is +4 orange. In order to get him to +5 orange, you will need 4,000. Now that's 4,000 per character. So if I go to my Yamato real quick, she also need 4,000. As you can see, since she's a defense phase character, she does need more defense skill gems. See, 2,265 compared to only 755 of each. There is a level requirement for each one, so do be careful, as you will need to upgrade your account level in order to get higher advancements. Let's go back to Hiyori real quick. So as I said, in order to get your gems, you do need to do story. The higher the story, the better the gems to get. So you get purple, orange, and then eventually red as you progress the story. So if you were chapter 20, you'd get orange gems. If you were chapter 10, you get like blue gems. So progress through story, story, story. That's the biggest thing. Now these things, the best way to get these, unfortunately, is in the shops. Let's go to the shops real quick. Whenever you see these in the shops, always buy them. These are the hardest things to get in the game, and you need a lot of them, as we saw. You can also get it from this shop. Always buy these. This gives you 40. You can refresh this shop twice a day. I do recommend doing it, as it is worth it. You do get 120 daily. Alright, moving on. Next thing is Star Up. Now, just above your character, you can see the star level of your character. You can increase their stars as you get more shards of them. For 5 star, you will need 180. For 6 star, you will need 280. And for 7 star, you will need 420. You can also use your universal shards for your characters. However, use these very wisely, as you don't get many in the game. I would only use this on your best characters. Going from 4 star to 5 star grants you about 20 to 30k. And going from 5 star to 6 star grants you about 80,000, I think. 80,000. And 6 to 7 is actually much worse than those two. It's only about 23k, I think. It's actually much less, so just work on getting your characters to about 6 star. 7 stars, okay, but it's not needed. Just 6 star. And obviously, upgrading them to 5 and 6 star upgrades these down here, your damage bonus and damage reduction, which gives you a lot. These give you like 180k. Like if you're like level 80, these give you like 180k each. This is a huge boost. So you definitely want to start your characters 6 star. Alright, the next thing is Adventure Soul. Now Adventure Soul we will not be talking about in this video, as they are more mid to late game and much more complicated. I'll have a separate video on these later in the week. Thank you. Moving on, let's go to Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit only unlocks when you reach purple, so mid-game. Different characters have different Fighting Spirits, so her first Fighting Spirit increases the initial rage by 115 points and recovers 24 rage for each time she attacks. So she gains rage. The first Fighting Spirit, each character has different levels. So if we go to Frankie Supernova, he will have a different Fighting Spirit. He is Beast Spirit. And this is what it does. So I'm not going to read this, but this is what his does. If I go to like a different character, they'll have a different one as well. She has one Fighting Spirit. Restores 45 rage when member dies. Restore 45 rage for each attack. Now these other three, every character has the same. Let's go back to Hiyori real quick. The first one you can only unlock when you reach purple +2. This increases your crew members HP by 5%. This can go up to 100%. So at level 10 it will be 50%, and at level 20 it can go to 100%. Each fighting spirit can go up to level 20. Next one is Wind Spirit. In all modes, skill trigger rate increases by 1.45%. This goes up to, I think, maybe 10% max level, I'm not sure. I think it's 5.65 at 10%. But yeah, once you upgrade this, their skill trigger rate will increase, which is basically the rate at which they'll use their basic ability every turn. So you want this as high as possible, so you want your characters to use their their basic skill, sorry, every turn. Now the last one is your biggest boost. So once you hit orange +1, you unlock this, and it'll increase your crew members' base HP in all modes by a certain amount. Now this is the biggest boost. I think it goes up to like 10, maybe 20,000 HP. It's really good. So yeah, upgrade these when you get to the mid-game, the purple-orange level. Make sure you upgrade these. Go for 10 of each, and then eventually I'd go 20, 20, depending on what you want to do. So I almost forgot how to tell you to upgrade these. So let's go to my kind of dragon form real quick. Now in order to upgrade your spirit, your fighting spirit, sorry, you click on the one you want to upgrade, then you go enhance down the bottom, and then you can use a range of different materials if you like. However, you should be using these bronze war spirit tokens. So in order to upgrade them, you just add whatever you want. So there we go. And it'll upgrade your war spirits to total level 20. So it'll use 378. And it will use a bit of gold, so that's 3,776,000. So there is a lot. I do not recommend diamond enhancing, don't do that. Just use the gold and the war spirits. Now you can get these war spirits from... Sorry, the Vanquisher shop. You can get them from the Vanquisher shop. You go to exchange, and if you scroll down, you can get them right here from these tokens. That is the only way to really obtain them, as you can only really get them from events other than that. Alright, the last thing is potential. Now potential, there are 8 levels to potential. The first one requires 5-star and evolved at level 3, blue. The last requirement is spirit total levels reach 40. Now what does that mean? That means that these all have to add up to 40. So 10, 10, 10, 10, or 10, 20, 10, anything that adds up to 40. You don't need 40, 40, 40 of each. Don't worry about that. You don't need 40, 40 of each. These can only go up to level 20, so 80 in total. Now, the requirements for each potential will go up, so do be careful. I believe potential level 4, you need 6 stars. So do keep that in mind. They do grant attribute bonuses. So if we go back to our Kaido Dragon form that I had potential up to 4, I believe. Let's check real quick. Yes, up to potential 4. So each one, there are 10 levels, and they do give you attribute bonuses. So let's go into this one real quick, since I only have an 8 out of 10. In order to upgrade these, you do need shards of your character, and sometimes you will need awaken alloys. I think around 4 to 5 you need to start getting awaken alloys for each one. So you will need extra shards of your character in order to upgrade these. I think for the first one it's 12, then it goes to like 14 or something. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You will need extra shards for your characters and awaken alloys in order to upgrade their potentials. So the 3 you want to mainly focus on is upgrading your characters first, then upgrading their skills, and then advancing them. And later on starring them up once you get their shards. So upgrade, skills, advance, and starring up your characters. Alright, moving on to gear. Let's have a look at gear. Now there are 6 pieces of gear. You have your character's weapon, you have basically their main costume. Weapon grants attack, their costume grants base HP, and then you have their ring and necklace, which grant percent HP and percent attack. These two at the bottom aren't really all that great. I do not recommend focusing on these two, as the bonuses are only defense and HP, and it's much lower than these 4. So focus on these 4 at the moment. Now enhancing, you can just quick upgrade or auto upgrade. I do auto upgrade all my stuff, so let's enhance that. Now in order to enhance this any further from level 10 to unlock to level 20, you do need these gear scrolls. Now these gear scrolls can only be obtained the elite story. So the higher you're in the elite story, the higher you get. It's the same as your advancement gems. So it goes green, blue, purple, orange, and red. So it's basically the same as advancing. So you get these from elite stages. You can also buy them in the guild shop if you want. I do not recommend. I do recommend grinding these. So let's just advance that real quick. As you can see, we gained more. Let's just upgrade it again real quick. As you can see, +1 now. Gain more attack. So yeah, that's for every piece. It'll just keep going up and up and up. So you go to level 20, then it'll go to +2 green, and then it'll go to blue, and so on and so on. It'll just keep going up. That's right, that's for every single piece, by the way. Every single piece. You will need to do that. So let's just auto upgrade this again real quick. Yep. So that's for these 4 pieces, actually. Once you get to the rings and necklaces, it's much more difficult. In order to upgrade these, you need these mats. So in order to upgrade rings, you need rings. In order to upgrade necklaces, you need necklaces. And the only way you can get these scrolls is from doing Pirate Trial. So let's go to Pirate Trial real quick just to show that. Pirate Trial is right here. Crew Trial, sorry. So let's just collect our rewards real quick. So as you can see, we got necklaces right here. So let's go to the awards. As you can see, you can get the necklaces here. Now the rings are much harder to get. The rings are really, really annoying to get. The only way you can get rings are in the shop, the guild shop. And events. I do recommend every time you see a ring, just buy it. So I'm just gonna buy that right now. Just buy that. Because they are extremely hard to get. You will never run out of necklaces, you will always run out of rings. So always buy the rings. Now rings, in order to upgrade rings, as you saw down here, you will need these arena tokens to upgrade your rings. For necklaces, you will need those Pirate Trail medals in order to upgrade them. So keep that in mind when you're buying stuff in the shop. Just keep in mind that you do need these to upgrade their rings and necklaces. Let's just quickly upgrade. Actually, let's just quickly. You can quickly add and then upgrade if you want, and it'll just quickly add the lowest 5. Let's just quickly upgrade her to level 20-ish. As you can see, once you reach every 10 levels, you have to use arena coins. And boom, it's green. So we can just keep doing that and keep going, and then it'll go up it'll go up the same as these. So it'll go to green +1, green +2, green +3, I think, and then blue. It will just keep going up and up and up. And you'll need more and more and more of those arena coins. So the first one was 100, then it goes 200, 300, 400, 500. It'll just keep going up. That's the same as the necklaces. The necklaces are the same, except you'll need those trial coins instead. Let's just quickly get that to one more. There we go. So you need these trial coins instead, and they'll go up the same level as these. So 100, 200, 300, and so on. Now when you're upgrading these, once you hit level 25, you will need these. You will need more gems. Just keep that in mind when you're awake. When you're advancing your characters, you do need some for your equipment. So, as I said earlier, this is the real grind of the game, the gems and the advanced potions. This is the real grind of the game. You will be grinding orange, purple gems for quite a while. So make sure you're doing story all the time. And let's get to Awakening now. Now, Awakening uses these Awaken Alloys. Now, these Awaken Alloys you cannot get anywhere. You can only get them from either the Gear Gacha, which I do not recommend pulling, as it is a complete scam. The only way you can really get these from is from events, unfortunately, and you do need a lot of them. So the first Awaken level will be 2, then it'll be 4s, then it'll be 8, it doubles every time, so it goes 16 and 32. In order to awaken your weapons, you do need the weapon of that character. Or the shards. You need 150 shards of the character's weapon in order to get the weapon. C17 characters, you can only get their weapons from events. C16, 15, you can get them from other chests and stuff. I do recommend upgrading these 4 to 4-star. I'd work on that for every character. Upgrading these 4 to 4-star. You can awaken these 2 to 1 to 2-star, but the boost, as I said, is irrelevant. Just upgrade these 4 to 4-star. The last thing is gear quenching. Gear quenching, we're not going to talk about in this video as this is late game. You can only do gear quenching when you 5-star the weapon or the piece of gear. When you're awakening your rings and necklaces, you do need specific rings and necklaces for that character. The C17 rings and necklaces you can only get from events. The lower characters, C15, you can get much easier from the Gear Gacha. They're very easy to acquire. These ones for C17 characters are much harder to acquire. Let me just go to my storage real quick. Let's show you the different. So if we go to my backpack real quick, and we scroll down, you can get these boxes. So the ring boxes, and you can select which one. All C17 characters uses either of these 3 gems. So they might use white jades, they might use color jades, they might use dark jades. You can choose which one if you have these boxes, which you get from events. So those are the 3 that they use. Alright, last thing, just before we end the video. We're not talking about DAOs, as I said earlier, Reborn. Now Reborn is the best feature in the entire game. Say that your character's level 50 plus 2 purple. You can completely restore that character back to level 1 and you'll gain all those resources that you used on that character back. So then you can use that on a new character. It basically just hard resets the character and you get all your resources back for free. It does cost these tickets to use, these cards, sorry, to use. These are very easy to get. You can get these in the shops. Let me just show you real quick. So you go to the grocery shop, you get the advanced reset one. You go to the arena shop, you get the spirit reset one. Trial, you get the skill reset, and the guild shop, you get the gadget reset, which is the gear reset one. So they're very easy to get and very obtainable. So you can just pretty much say that I wanted to say that I wanted to get Hiyori up, I could reset my Bow Hancock from 73 to purple 1 and make my Hiyori 73 purple 1 instead. So it's very good for when you get your first C17 character or a new character that you really want to get up straight away. You can just reborn an old character and get them up instantly. It's a very good feature and yeah, it should be in every single game in my opinion. So that should be it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you found this at any help, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.